Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Yes, we're doing spooky ones for Schumann. At least we started with a loud one, but now we'll do some quieter ones. And here is today's Schumann clump. Some rather interesting things here, I have to say. It really is. We've got, some symphony cycles now. Before we had piano music, tons of piano music, but this is like almost all orchestral. I think it is actually. Wow. How cool that I actually managed to put most of them together. Well, no, it's not all orchestral, but it's 99%. Ready? Schumann Complete Symphonies with the Vienna Phil and Riccardo Muti. This is a great Schumann cycle. You know, Muti's Vienna recordings sort of slid under the radar because they were made at a time when, the industry was just recording tons of everything with everybody and not promoting any of it and slowly committing, musical suicide. It was quite a mess. And so, it's a shame actually, but this is a fine Schumann cycle. He always did good Schumann. He did some good Schumann for EMI back with the Philharmonia. So isn't this nice that he redid it? And it's beautiful. I was listening to it fairly recently actually, and was again impressed with just how fine it is. Then we've got the symphonies with Franz Konvichny. This is upside down. There, I had it upside down. There we go. The symphonies with the Overture to Genevieve and the Overture Scherzo and Finale and the Manfred Overture. And best of all, we got a couple of these. This is such a rarity. The Concertstück for four horns, one of Schumann's wildest pieces of orchestral works, legendary among horn sections for being virtually unplayable. Of course, they do play it, but it's an amazing work. I mean, written with a complete disregard for practicality, which is what you want in crazy romantic music. It's another very good Schumann series. That's on Berlin Classics. And what's this? Oh, look, Schumann, the Complete Symphonies with Philly and James Levine, another first-class Schumann cycle. He did Schumann quite well, just like his Brahms. It's just marvelous. It's wonderful hearing the Philadelphia Orchestra do all this stuff. It's on 2 discs. This is the Japanese RCA issue. This is fun. I have so many Schumann cycles, and a lot of them upstairs, too. One of the things about Schumann, the reason you get away with this stuff is because, there's only 2 discs. So it's easy to do Schumann cycles. You just whip them all out in 1 2-hour session, basically. It's what people are doing, it seems. And that's lots of fun. Oh, Barenboim Chicago Schumann. Now this you have because it actually doesn't have here. It doesn't. Originally it came with the Concertstück for 4 horns, which is like the most amazing performance of that ever, or one of them. And this also has the Manfred Overture. This is his first Schumann cycle. The Concertstück is on another disc I have somewhere with soloists of the Chicago Symphony and whatnot. You can still find it. But this is not as good as his remake. His remake with the Staatskapelle Berlin is really one of the great Schumann cycles. This is quite good, but it's not the same. No, it isn't. Then we've got, Richter doing the Fantasy, Opus 17. Oh, it's wonderful. Fantasy, it's always good. The Faschingsschwank aus Wien. I love the Fantasy. That's a great work. And Papillon, butterflies, flitter butterflies, which always drove me crazy. I never liked that one. But that's okay. It's Richter, so you save it because it's Richter. Then we've got some piano works with Yeno Yando, Kinderscene, Papillon, Carnival, and good solid performances as we usually get from Yando, who really knew what he was about, and it was nice to have that. Overtures with Johannes Wildner and the Polish National Radio Symphony Orchestra on Naxos. I got this because you get all these overtures. I mean, they're worth having and listening to once in a while. You have the Overture Scherzo and Finale, which is one of his very best orchestral works, actually. Then Genevieve, The Bride of Messina, Julius Caesar, Hermann and Dorothea, Faust, and Manfred. Well, that's a wonderful selection of Schumann overtures. They're not all that interesting, some of them, but, now I have them, and I have to have them. I must. Schumann Symphonies 2 and 3 with Anthony Witt. Okay, in the last video, we did the beginning of this cycle. Here's the other disc. I really should put it with the rest of it if I ever remember. Schumann Symphonies with Kubelik, and Berlin with the Genevieve and Manfred overtures. This cycle is very highly regarded by a lot of you folks. In the comments, you've said it many times. It's never struck me as particularly powerful or interesting. I mean, I know it's good, but a lot of you like it a lot better than I do. But I hang on to it because this way I will have to listen to it once in a while, and you'll probably wind up being right. Then we've got, let's see, what's this? Oh, the Schumann Fourth, Beethoven Fourth Symphony, and Mahler's Songs of a Wayfarer with Christa Ludwig, the Vienna Phil, and Karl Böhm. This is live from the Salzburg Festival 1969 in stereo. I like the program. It's wonderful to listen to all at once. It's just good, sturdy, solid, exciting performances. And Ludwig, of course, is fabulous in the Songs of a Wayfarer, so that's just nice to have. And then we've got 3 more symphony cycles. Schulte in the Vienna Philharmonic. Everybody does these things with the Vienna Philharmonic. This is a very good cycle. Another very good cycle. Schulte does it quite well. The Vienna Phil sounds great. Schulte stays out of the way and just, they're driving forward-moving performances. He doesn't do anything grotesque. Well, he never really did, actually. He wasn't a grotesque kind of guy. A very fine cycle that also gets no attention. Neither does, with the Cleveland Orchestra, Dochnani. First rate. Absolutely first rate, and very different from the cell, because the cell was very heavily interventionistly reorchestrated in places. Cell tinkered a lot with Schumann's orchestration. Dochnani does not, as you might expect. So you have really contrasting performances, but they're just as transparent and propulsive and beautiful, and it's a great cycle. It really is. I have a couple of these. I really, really like this cycle. I like so much Dochnani in Cleveland. It was hopelessly underrated. And we really need a big Dochnani Cleveland box to go through all this stuff without the Mahler, which is horrible for the most part. Schumann orchestral works. This is with the Classical Philharmonie Düsseldorf, Klassische Philharmonie Düsseldorf under Florian Merz. This is sort of early period instrument Schumann. I like this cycle. It's rough, it's bumpy, it's exciting as all hell, it's well recorded. It was on the EBS label back in the day. It's got 3 discs, and inside from all the symphonies, you have the Bride of Messina, Julius Caesar overtures, the Festival Overture with chorus, Über das Rheinwein Lied for orchestra and choir, Opus 123, and Manfred, and it's really kind of cool. You're not going to find this anywhere else. Here it is, in case you see it. I don't think it exists anymore. I could be wrong. I don't think the label exists anymore, EBS. I remember meeting the guys who did it at MEDEM one year. I gave it a very good review in Fanfare, I think it was. And they were so happy to get some attention. And I'm still happy to talk about how much I enjoyed these performances. Haven't heard them in a while, though. I'm wondering if I still feel the same way. You never know. You never know, but they were exciting when they came out, new and fresh and interesting. And so there you have it, a whole pile of Schumann symphony cycles, really quite something. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.